ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess mostly gentlemen. My YouTube statistics tell me that 99.9% of you guys are male, so I guess mostly gentlemen. Boys, today, the plan is simple. We are doing a responding to comments video. Let's get started. Coming in from Kaylin. I gave up looking for meaning in my life. I realized that happiness isn't something that can be searched for and found or achieved. It's something we just stumble upon. We can work on our ability to be receptive and cognitively recognize happiness when we happen upon it, but to search for it or make it your goal is a losing game. This comment is from my existential dread video, where I talk about the struggles that I have with accepting my place in the universe. And Kaylin makes a really good point. I think that if you're actively searching for a purpose, you're going to be running on a treadmill. It's really hard to define your own purpose, because how can that even be defined? You know, it's such an arbitrary idea to have a purpose outside of our own biological drive to reproduce. There's not really any set in stone reason for us to exist. And although I agree, I have to make the statement that the only way that I can cope with existing is by trying to find some meaning and purpose to my life, because otherwise I get stuck in a downward spiral of wondering what's the point of even living. So, interesting way to start off the video, but I just thought that was interesting comments and I wanted to give my response to it. From Omar, one of my regular commenters, what do you study in college? And I'm wondering if I've actually answered this question before in a different video from somebody else, but in case I haven't, or in case somebody new is watching this video, in my associate's degree, when I went to community college, I got a degree in enterprise development, which is a really fancy way of just saying like general business. I took a few economics courses, a few accounting courses, I took like a business course, whatever, and really just helped set me up to be able to go into my bachelor's degree, which for those of you non-US people is basically a 4-year degree certification program that means that you kind of know what you're doing. For my bachelor's degree, I was stuck between doing business administration or a bachelor's in management. Now, there's merits for both of them. See, my eventual ultimate goal is to not work for anybody else, whether that be from owning rental properties and being a landlord, running a YouTube channel and making money from that, or being a photographer and making money from that. I eventually do not want to have an employer above me. So business administration made a lot of sense because you're learning how to run your own business, or running a business rather. However, I decided to settle on business management. And there's two main reasons for that. The first of those reasons is that my current job and skill set is kind of centered around being a manager. And while I'm trying to earn enough money to be able to stop working and focus on endeavors like this, having a bachelor's degree will help me, one, get promotions, and two, get raises, and then also getting better job opportunities in general. So by having that degree, I'm accelerating my ability to make enough money or to be able to get better positions so I can focus on other things. My other reason is that if I do ever own my own company or business, having official management skills is really useful for that. See, I can't own and operate 100 rental properties and do it by myself. I'll eventually have to hire people to manage those properties for me. And having baseline management skills will allow me to delegate responsibility effectively and be able to keep the entire operation on track. One of the benefits of doing something like YouTube is that it's scalable. If you look at a YouTube channel like Linus Tech Tips, they've been around for a decade almost at this point, and they have 80 employees and they run a YouTube channel. That's what they do. Within that company, they have salespeople. They have people who are working on getting sponsorship deals. They have several full-time editors. They have dedicated camera people, dedicated audio people, dedicated designers, whatever it might be. They have a large team. And if YouTube is scalable, having management skills and being the center of that would allow me to be able to grow this even more rapidly, assuming I can make enough income from this to be able to hire people. Same thing goes with rental properties, or if photography, I'll need help setting up deals and maybe having some photographers under me as like assistants, whatever it might be. So my bachelor's in business management, the main reason why I want to get that is to be able to scale. I know that was a little bit more of a ramble than I expected, but I wanted to expand on this since I feel like I've answered this before. From Optimus, I needed to hear this. Great video. I'm currently enrolled in college, but I started a bit late and often get caught in the trap of comparing myself to others. This was from my late bloomer video, and I really feel like I got my point across pretty well in that video, and I'm glad, Optimus, that this helped you. it really sucks whenever you compare yourself to others. See, I've been on YouTube off and on for the better part of a decade at this point, and my channel is relatively small. There's a guy on YouTube called Bald Cafe, and he and I kind of came up around the same time. He and I are both a relatively similar size. I think he had like 1,000 subs to my 200 or 300 at the time. And whenever he found me, he and I did an interview together, talking about young balding. And he now has tens of thousands of subscribers, and I have 1,000. Now, there's a few reasons for that. He hard committed to his niche, which is young balding, or just balding in general, which means that there's a built-in audience for that niche, and he was able to grow because that was his focus, whereas I'm more of a general channel. Yes, I talk about young balding, but I also talk about like philosophy and personal finance and tech. Like I'm a general variety YouTuber. And he also posted more consistently than I did because I got hit with several different waves of depression, which caused me to not capitalize on whenever my channel blew up back in 2017. So it hurts whenever I look at his channel and see how well he's doing and see how successful he is. And comparing myself to him isn't going to make me any better of a person. So because of that, I need to focus on my own individual growth and be thankful for what I do have, because I'm very thankful to be where I'm at with my current channel. So as a late bloomer myself, I'm glad that this video helped you, because I'm also way behind in my college as far as the general curve when I shot my degree. I'm behind on my YouTube channel compared to the peers that I grew up with at the time. So I feel that. I hope you guys enjoyed this responding to comments video. I did a poll on my channel asking for input of what kind of videos you guys wanted. This was actually rated relatively lower, but I do really like and enjoy featuring comments from my channel to be able to give those of you who comment a chance to be featured in one of my videos. I think that's a really cool opportunity personally. So even if they don't do as well as my other videos, I still like to make them, so I'm going to continue to do so, of course. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and do not forget to keep it casual.